Hello mis amores, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a video I have been dying to film because earlier this month I went crazy on Makeup Geek. I don't know if you've ever heard of Makeup Geek, but Makeup Geek is a makeup brand that sells individual eyeshadows, and they sell empty eyeshadow palettes so you can create your own eyeshadow palettes. I have always been a big fan of Makeup Geek. I actually have a couple of their eyeshadows already. I actually purchased this Z palette from their website a long time ago, but most of these eyeshadows that I already have right here and this blush has been from Makeup Geek, and I have always gone back and forth with these eyeshadows because they're super blendable and they're super easy to work with, and so I've always really enjoyed this. Creme Brulee, this eyeshadow right here, happens to be my favorite transition shade ever. It's actually the one that I go back and forth to. If you actually can see it, it has a really big dent in it, and I'm sure it'll reach pan eventually. Doesn't sound like I went crazy because I only paid $31, but I think I got like over 15 shadows. I got some glitter eyeshadows, I got eyelashes and all that good stuff. I didn't purchase another Z palette, so I'm hoping that they all fit in this eyeshadow palette. If not, then we're gonna have to get another Z palette. Okay, we're gonna play around with it a little just to show you guys how great they really are and how pigmented these eyeshadows are and how worth it they are. If you're somebody who is not really into makeup but likes to do it on a day-to-day just to have something on their face, I think, and don't want to spend too much money on makeup, go for Makeup Geek's eyeshadows, because I only paid like $1 to $2 to like maximum $5 for a single eyeshadow, and you can build one for like less than $20, and then that can be your personal to go for everything, right? So I am a big fan just because of how I'm able to customize any eyeshadow palette that I want. I can build it however I want. I can do whatever the hell I want with my own eyeshadow palette. So let's go right in and see what we got from Makeup Geek. I broke the box. How I grab a scissor and still break the box. My order was $31.50, and I was able to get 19 things. And I do remember that I did get a mixture of matte eyeshadows. I got a pair of eyelashes, I think. I also got like glitter eyeshadows. So I'm actually pretty excited. I don't really remember all the eyeshadows that I got since it's been a while. I've had this package for like 2 weeks. It's just been sitting in my living room, and I'm like, so I went ahead and cleared my Z palette so that way we don't confuse any of the new shadows with the old ones. So these are Makeup Geek's pressed eyeshadow pans, and this is what they come like if you buy them individually. So these are the eyeshadows that I decided to get. I went with these colors just because I didn't have any of these colors in any of my eyeshadow palettes. So I definitely wanted some eyeshadows that I didn't already have, obviously. So these are the ones that I decided to go for. One by one, I'm gonna read them off to you. I'm super excited for this one. I can't wait to use this one. This one is Blew My Mind. Oh, beautiful name. This one is Pink of Me, Limelight, Peach Smoothie, Summer Love, Mandarin, Stardust, and Autumn Breeze. And every single one of these eyeshadows that I paid for here, even the foiled ones, were $1. What's really cool about Makeup Geek is not only do they have eyeshadows, but they also have bronzers, contour powders, they have banana powders, I even think they have highlights, but I'm not too sure, but they do have blushes. And they sell them individually just like this, so you can put them in your Z palette as well. So that's super cool, and I got this shade right here. This one is Complicated Cool Medium, and this is the shade that I decided to go for my contour. So I'm gonna add that also to my kit. What's great about these is that these are the same price as the eyeshadow, and they're much larger, as you can see. So I paid $1 for this contour powder right here, and they both were $1. I just can't get over the fact that it's $1. I've tried their blushes before, but I've never tried their contour powder, so I want to see how well this works. I'm actually super excited for these, and unfortunately I won't be able to try these on camera today because I do not have glitter glue. But I did get a couple loose glitters to put on my eyes. I actually opened one of them off camera and I got glitter all over me, and I think I touched my eye and now I have glitter all over my face, but it's okay. The 3 loose glitters that I decided to get were these 3 right here. These are so beautiful. I got a gold and a silver because gold and silver, you can never go wrong with gold and silver. And this nice blue right here. Blue is my favorite color, so this blue icy one definitely drew my attention, and I definitely needed this. I got them in the shade Asteroid, Milky Way, and Solstice. All 3 of these were $1. Well, $1 each, not $1 for 3 of them. Super excited to play around with these. I don't have glitter glue at the moment, so we're gonna wait to play with these, but I'm super excited. I'm a little confused as to They come with this little plastic thingy right here. I already went and put it onto this one because this is the one that I opened and all the glitter went everywhere. But this is to prevent all the glitter from going everywhere. So I'm confused as to why they would put it in there as opposed to not already having it on there. I could have avoided the mess that I already made. Look, let me show y'all, for example. I'm going to try it out with this one. So hopefully this doesn't go everywhere. My chair is white. Oh, my God. Who you see? Like, ooh, look at that. 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 I don't understand how they couldn't have just saved me the trouble by just... Ta-da. But whatever. For $1 though, like, come on. So I got 2 of their duochrome pigments, and I got them in the shade Sugar Rush and Kaleidoscope. Ooh, see, now that's smarter packaging. Why couldn't they all be like that? This is similar to their loose eyeshadow, their loose glitter. This is pretty much the same concept, but I'm actually super excited to try that out. I also got 2 of their foiled pigments. Well, this one's foiled and this is one of their loose pigments, so I got 1 of each. This is in the shade Utopia, which is similar packaging to the other ones. And this one is a foiled pigment in the shade Atlantis. Ooh, that's so pretty. That's so beautiful. Do you guys see how beautifully and how creamy those are? That was 1 dip into this. I do not want to drop that, so let me put the cap on this really quickly. It's still on my face. Look at that. It's so beautiful. I love that icy color. I cannot wait to use it. The last 2 things that I got were, I wanted a pair of eyelashes. So I've never owned a pair of eyelashes from Makeup Geek, so I wanted to try these out. These are their full false lashes in Charmer. And I also wanted a blush. And so I got this one. This is the shade Chivalry. I like this nice metallic packaging they got going on. It's pretty fire. I'm not somebody who's very into blushes, so the very, very pinky blushes are not my favorite. So I wanted more of like a, I don't know, a blush that I can wear on a day-to-day. I wanted more of a calmer blush. So this was the one that drew my attention the most. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought this was gonna be a little pinker or a little more on the calmer side. So this blush is super pigmented. I would definitely be careful with how much you apply this on your, because I just applied this on the back of my hand and it's super pigmented. So I would be very careful when it comes to applying this blush onto your face because you do not want to look crazy with all this blush on your face. So yeah, and I think this blush is also $1. I think the most expensive thing in this box was this pair of eyelashes that were only $2.50. So that was everything that I got from Makeup Geek. I definitely want to try out the eyeshadows for you all so you guys can see how well and how beautifully these eyeshadows blend. So we're only going to be using Makeup Geek eyeshadows on our eyes today. So let's jump right in. First, I'm going to be going in with my Milani eyeshadow primer. I like to use my finger when blending this out. I just find that it blends so much smoother as opposed to using a brush. So I'm going to be going in with my favorite transition shade, which is Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek, with my Morphe E22 brush and just apply that all over my crease. I'm also going to go in with the eyeshadow Cocoa Bear and just apply that more towards the outer corners of the eye, just to add a little bit of dimension to the eyes. This definitely shouldn't come as a surprise, but I definitely wanted to play around with that blue pigment that we got, the eyeshadow in Blue My Mind. So that is exactly what we're going to be going in with on our lid with a flat brush. But do you see how pigmented these eyeshadows are? I dipped my brush in 1 time into this pigment and I was able to cover my entire lid. I would not believe you if you told me these eyeshadows were $1. So that the blue doesn't look too harsh, we want to go back in with the eyeshadows that we used for our transition, which were Cocoa Bear and Creme Brulee, and just apply that onto the crease and just blend that in a little smoothly just so we don't have any harsh lines and so everything looks nice and blended. I definitely wanted to intensify this look a little more, so you know we had to dip in the foiled pigment. So this one is in the shade Atlantis and it's such a beautiful blue icy color. I love, love, love this shade. And I'm using my Morphe M508 brush, which is just this nice flat brush. With a clean blending brush, I'm just going to go back in to clean out any harsh lines or any loose glitters that I might have. So now I'm just going to be going in with some mascara, and this one is the IT Cosmetics Volumizing Mascara. I got this mascara in my Ipsy bag this month, and I'm actually quite frankly enjoying it.
When I opened it, I didn't think I was gonna like it. I wasn't a big fan of the brush, so I thought it would be one of those mascaras that would clump my lashes, and it's not. It's actually a pretty great mascara. It makes my eyelashes look super full. And now we're just gonna apply the lashes that we also got from Makeup Geek. These are their full false lashes in Charmer. And to complete this eye look, we're just gonna go in with some mascara over our false lashes. These lashes are very subtle, but they're only $2.50, so can we complain too much about them? They're actually still really pretty, even though they are pretty subtle. And I just find that with a little mascara over them, it makes them look a little more perfect and a lot more full.
So I'm just gonna go in really quickly with a makeup removing wipe, and I'm just gonna wipe away any of the pigment that got on my lower eyes. For primer, I'm gonna be going in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is just a sample that I got in one of my Ipsy bags not so long ago. And the Oils Cove Melody Moisturizer. I'm just gonna be applying that around my nose because that's where I tend to have the most pores. And this primer kind of mattifies it pretty well. And then I'm gonna go in with Oils Cove Melody Moisturizer, and I'm gonna apply that around my mouth area. In some of the places I tend to be the driest, which is pretty much on my lower face.
For foundation, I'm going to go in and mix both of my current favorites, which is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation in the shade 300 and the ColourPop Hyaluronic Foundation in the shade Medium 80W. I like to mix these both on the back of my hand and use a flat brush to apply it on my face. And with a beauty sponge, I'm just going to go in and blend that all over my face.
For concealer, I'm going to go in with two concealers as well. I have really been enjoying the mixture of these two. I've always loved the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, so I like to apply that on my inner corner of my eye. And then I like to apply, just because this is more of like a lighter shade, I don't want to apply way too much concealer because under my eyes it's going to look too bright. And then I like to apply the ColourPop one around the outer corner and on my lower face. As you can see, they're both completely different colors. I like the subtle highlight that it gives my face when I apply these, when I mix these two together. So I've been enjoying that combo a lot. I think the ColourPop gives my under eye like a nice pinky tone to it that brightens it nicely and a little differently than the rest of my contour, than the rest of my concealers.
And to set the concealer, I'm just going to go in with my Makeup Revolution loose setting powder, and I'm just going to apply that all over my under eye and any other place that I applied my concealer.
So I'm so sad that in the middle of me doing my eyes, my palette fell and Shorty really cracked all over my carpet. So I'm kind of sad. I'm going to go ahead and bronze my face with the contour shade that I received. Hopefully the shade is not too light. It seems to be. It looks a little light, so if it is, we're going to work with it, but let's see. I'm interested to see how well these blend. Oh, they're pigmented. Oh, they're pigmented.
I definitely underestimated this bronzer because I thought it was going to be a little light, but no, it's super pigmented. You definitely have to be careful with using this so that you don't over apply bronzer on your face.
I feel like a lot of times smoky eyes don't really look complete until you apply eyeshadow to your lower lash as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do that.
So now I'm just gonna go in with that same blue that we used on our lid, Blew My Mind, and I'm just gonna go ahead and drag that all over my lower lash line. And to finish off the eyes, we're just gonna go back in with some mascara and apply them on my lower lashes. Sorry if you can't see, I didn't realize how closely I had the mirror.
For highlight, you know I'm going to be using my Laura Geller Gilded Honey.
And I'm going to be using my Morphe Y14 brush to apply that on my face.
I'm so not used to applying blush that I completely forgot that I was going to try on that blush. We're just going to go ahead and apply that right over our highlight.
For my lips, I'm going to be going in with one of my favorite nude combos, which is the NYX Cosmetics Lip Liner in Brown mixed with their Suede Lipstick in Sandstorm.
When I opened the box and I saw those blues, I knew that today's look was going to be blue. I'm actually really excited to continue playing with these eyeshadows. Again, I paid $1 for every single one of those eyeshadows. Like, what? That's such a steal. I did this whole look. My eye look cost like $5. I was super impressed with the contour. When I opened it, I thought it was gonna be a shade too light, but it actually turned out to be the perfect shade. It's one that you can definitely build up or down, and I really like that. The blush is a little intense, I'll tell you that much. I put a little bit on my cheek, and I feel like you can very much see that I have blush on. But still blended really nicely. I didn't have an issue blending it off to the way that I liked it, or dyeing it down when I added a little too much. So these eyeshadows are a steal. I really paid $1 for these eyeshadows. Like, what? I paid $31 for all of the things that I used on my eyes and my face today. So that's pretty cool. If you're somebody who wants to start learning how to do your own eyeshadow, start with Makeup Geek. They're $1 eyeshadows and they blend perfectly fine. Like, you would not believe that the eyeshadows that I used on my eyes today were literally $1 each. Like, what? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.